The Rescuer, Saddles and Secrets series, written by Shirley Penick, narrated by Douglas G. Thornton. Chapter 1. Her hand shook just the tiniest bit as she handed the menus to the family she'd just seated. Millie Astara glanced quickly around the restaurant as she walked back to her hostess stand, reassuring herself he wasn't there, hiding somewhere, waiting to pounce the moment she let her guard down. She had to stop this. Yes, he was tormenting her, but he wasn't nearby. She was safe. Randall wouldn't come back to Bedford. Sheriff John had been clear with her ex-lover, boyfriend, just ex, that he better not show his face in this county again, or even in the whole state of Wyoming. Besides that, he was on parole and not allowed to leave the state of Illinois. He was many miles away, and she had a restraining order. He would be breaking all kinds of laws, so he was trying to torment her from afar. Well, she wasn't having it. She was 28 and needed to stop acting like a scared child. Millie was safe here in the small town of Bedford. The restaurant wasn't too far from the sheriff's department, so help was close by and she knew it. Unlike last time when Randall had dragged her out of this same restaurant at knife point, she'd been terrified, right up until the sheriff and his deputies had surrounded them and hauled her ex to jail. Sheriff John had taken her to the nearest hospital for stitches in the arm that had gotten sliced in the battle. John had driven her because the county ambulance was on another call. They had gotten well acquainted on the journey and he'd helped her to feel safe. That had been 1.5 years ago. 18 blissful months of peace. Then the texts had started. From an unknown number, but obviously from her ex. It was like he was standing in the next room. She never answered them. At first, she deleted them and was about to block the number, but then she thought she might need them for evidence. So she copied them to the cloud, then removed them from her phone. She didn't want to see them every time she wanted to message someone. Millie probably should call the sheriff to tell him about the harassment, but she hated sounding like a scaredy cat or an alarmist. Besides, Randall was out on parole in Illinois, so he would be breaking the law if he came here to Wyoming. Several laws, actually, since she also had a restraining order against him. So if he wanted to stay out of jail, he needed to stay away. Okay, now she was repeating herself. Time to get off the mental loop of the reasons Randall shouldn't come here. The question was, if Randall would actually follow the law.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?